Tonight we have one of my favorite fighters of all time. Top five. He's definitely in the top five, maybe higher. He's also definitely one of the greatest fighters of all time. Uh, the one, the only, terrible Terry Norris. This guy had speed and power from another world. Just one of the most exciting fighters to watch in the 90s. Man, let's just get into it. There he is.
There he is.
Hey, what's up?
What's up,
What's up, bro?
Hey, not much, not much.
Can they hear you?
Can you hear me?
We hear him
Are
great.
you Diego?
I'm in LA.
Oh, you in
LA.
LA?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
I
Terry,
thought you were a guy.
No, I used to live in San Diego, but I got married.
um,
Yeah.
LA.
Got
Um,
married.
You don't have to yell.
Grow up a little bit, huh?
Yeah,
so,
man.
so Terry, Jeremy told me a story. Tell me if you remember this. That you and your brother sparred Jeremy when he. What year was this, Jeremy?
89, 90.
Do you remember this?
I don't remember it. No,
Well, he
Uh,
said. You tell him
Diego,
what happened, Jeremy. That's sports.
Diego, who was your trainer?
what's over there?
The Puerto Rican guy was your trainer.
Puri.
Abel
It,
Sanchez.
it was interesting. Well, he's not Puerto Rican though. He's Spanish,
Mexican.
Mexican.
Right.
Mexican.
And I remember we was going down, and I'm like 15, 16, like amateur champion, world champion, and I remember I supported him a couple of times, and he beat the shit out of me, and I was like, man, I want to spar that little guy, at least a chance. And then I sparred with you, and I never seen the punch; they just all hit me. I was like, I did. You guys were very gracious. You and your brother were very gracious with me, and you told me. It was only I stayed there for like a weekend. You know, you guys had that camp out in San Diego.
Yeah, Campo. Yeah, Campo.
Yeah, in Campo.
Yeah.
That's where I was at, and I was like, I learned a lot, and it hurt. Just for the record.
Hey, I remember you were a good fighter, man. You're a good fighter yourself.
I thank you very much.
Terry, how many amateur fights did you have total?
My amateur record, man, I was well over 300 and something. I'm not even sure now.
Ooh, that's like you, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, what age did you start boxing?
I started boxing when I was 9.
Wow.
That's like Jeremy. What were you, 8?
I was 8, yeah, when I started boxing.
Oh, cool, man. Yeah,
Wow.
we all started early, man.
Well, you're from Texas originally, correct?
Yes.
So you started what part of Texas? Dallas, Houston?
No, a small town called Lubbock, Texas.
Lubbock, I've heard of that.
Right. That's I remember that. So, so you turned pro, and what did you win? Were there any amateur accolades that you remember winning that really stood out to you, or were you more focused on turning pro?
You know, amateurs kind of went fast for me. You know, once I got in amateurs, I started winning a lot of fights. I only lost four amateur fights.
Wow.
Yeah, so I have 281 fights. 280,
Wow.
yeah, so I had a long amateur boxing career, man.
So
You were on the boxing team?
Was that?
Were you on the U.S. boxing team?
No, I never know. I never made it.
So what got you into boxing? Like, did you get in a lot of street fights when you were younger, or what made you box?
Believe it or not, man, my dad got me into fighting.
That's like Jeremy.
Yeah, he's a street fighter. My father was a street fighter, and he taught me and my brother how to fight. And my brother went on with it. I was playing baseball, and playing basketball, all the sports, and baseball. I played baseball for a while. Then my brother told me, asked me to come over and box amateur. I to become box pro,
Right.
and that's when it just took off.
Was there a love for baseball or a like for baseball? Maybe you thought you could go pro as a baseball player.
Yeah, I thought I could. Thought I could. Baseball. I went semi-pros for baseball.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
Fishing.
the center field pitcher.
Oh goodness! Wow.
Yeah,
Great.
man.
So I was telling Jeremy how you pretty much dominated for about 8 years, right? And your first loss to Derek Kelly, I watched it recently, and to me it seemed like you were turning southpaw. It almost seemed like you weren't really throwing combinations. Like, do you remember? It seemed like there was something wrong that fight. What am I right?
Yeah, something was wrong that night. I don't know what it was, but something was wrong. And, I still right now. I have no idea. I just
So when we fight, there's something that's wrong with us and the energy in the fight. So we don't know what it is, but we know that we can't perform at our highest level.
yeah.
Talking about
And
that.
that's happened to me at that time. I felt good, but I just couldn't pull the trigger. And every time I tried to do something, he would capitalize. And
Yeah. You were so much more talented, and your career, I definitely looked like there was just an off night for you. But, after that, I mean, I think your first biggest win, this is my opinion, is against Mugabe. Would you agree?
I agree with it. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
what do you remember about that fight? Hands out.
I just remember Mugabe coming into the fight. Just talking a lot of stuff, man. This man. This man talked so much shit, man. He talked so much, man. Um, he was like just telling me all kinds of stuff in the weigh-ins, trying to like, I guess.
So, so you were actually angry. He got under your skin.
Well, as fighters, we don't ever get angry, but you do get under your skin. You kind of just, I'm gonna take you. I'm gonna get your ass in the ring, man.
So I remember people that would get me angry at the fight. Instead of knocking them out, I'd beat them up.
Yeah.
All night. And I let them know, dude, this is coming all night. That's something.
Yeah. One guy, Paul Payton. Paul Payton, I fought him. I just punched him for 12 rounds. I think I could have knocked him out several times, but I bagged up a little bit, let him recuperate, and I tag him again.
That in boxing is how you
Yeah.
Hey, what?
That in boxing is how you break someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just put your hands on them all night.
All night, man, all night.
So after you beat Mugabe, I guess the second biggest victory when you fought Ray Leonard. What made, and I'm sorry, you've been asked this 1,000 times, but it was a while ago. What made Ray Leonard go to you? Like, why did he want to fight you?
I have no idea. I don't know why Ray chose me, but he chose the wrong fight. Yeah.
Yes, that's true.
Because people don't realize Ray was 35, which isn't that old. You know what I mean?
Back then it was. Right now it's not old.
Not really, because Ray took time off because and stuff. He was fresher than people think. Terry was just, you were way faster than him, way faster.
Yeah, Ray wasn't old. Just I was able. I was on my P's and Q's that night, and Ray wasn't.
Well, yeah.
No, but the thing is, Ray's my idol. I didn't want to fight Ray. I told him I didn't want to fight him. He knew I didn't want to fight, but they kept pressing fight, and so I wasn't scared, but I was nervous.
Was there a lot of fights that you didn't want to take that you took?
You know, no, not really, man. There was a couple of fights that, you know, I was like, you know, winky right with one.
What happened? Everybody froze.
That's a tough boy.
Yeah, Wink is a good friend of mine. We boxed on the same U.S. team together.
Yeah.
He can fight too, man.
Yeah.
Very fighter, but man, just very, very good at what he can do.
So
Yeah.
the Ray Leonard were scared that you didn't want to hurt him?
No, yeah. The way I was beating Ray, you know, I was just keying off of Ray, round 1 to round 12, but you know, I didn't want to hurt him, no.
And but obviously when the bell rang, you know, you're a professional, you did your business because you didn't look like you were holding back.
No, I did, you know, the first round I didn't hold back. Second round I didn't hold back. You know, I wanted to win. I wanted to win the fight, but I wanted to beat him, so, but I just didn't want to hurt him.
Well, that's good. You know,
Okay.
as well you are, but that makes a lot of sense. Did you did you enjoy the rounds and the fight with Leonard? Did you enjoy like being able to orchestrate what went on?
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, it was great, man. It was me doing my thing and Ray.
You do. That's a great feeling, man. I love it when fights go like that because they're always, you know, the rounds go by and it's like you're not even working.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a great feeling.
Was there ever a fight that that you wanted that you couldn't get or didn't have?
Yeah, there was several fights like De La Hoya,
Mm.
Bernard Hopkins. Those guys, they wanted to fight me too, but just never came about.
What weight would you have De La Hoya at?
Me and De La Hoya would have been, I think, 54.
I mean, you were pretty much 54 your whole career, right?
Yeah, my whole
Would
career.
you to make that weighted or no?
No, it was easy. It was easy.
It was easy.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So you also
Somebody,
knocked out Donald Curry, which was, I mean, really impressive.
Yeah,
What fight?
that's Don Curry, the Cobra. Yeah, the bad boy. Yeah, I got him. I think I'm not sure round I got him in, but that was the fight that I didn't know how it was gonna turn out either.
Mm.
But I,
there's a guy, the boxing chef. The boxing chef said Pernell Whitaker.
Too
oh
light.
man, I would have fight him too, but yeah, he was too late though.
You and Jim, that would have been a great.
Oh man,
Say it again?
me and Chavez almost got to fight together. We almost got it together, man, but
What happened? Why?
it's same promoter.
Oh,
Yeah.
king. And then you fought Meldrick, who.
Man.
So would you say was Mel? Who was the fastest hands you've ever been in there?
Music, he had the fastest hands of all. He had the fastest hands. Not a lot of power, but he had the speed.
See, and that shows how fast you were. You know, you're one of my favorite fighters, so you know maybe I'm biased, but that shows how fast you were because you were way faster than my fight.
But yeah, I was fast. I have fast hands too, but I think he had me beat. Pretty Whitaker, and they had me beat, man.
Mm,
There's some people in here that Norris would have taught Mayweather a lesson. Do you feel that way?
You know what, man? I feel the same way. You know, I think if in my prime, Mayweather that shoulder lean, that wouldn't stop me from coming through.
did you ever
I
fight?
feel that way.
Did you ever fight anybody that we would know that because I can't think of anybody who had that kind of that Philly roll, same kind of defense?
No, I never fought anybody like that. But I just see myself fighting a guy that fights that way, and seeing that I would do more than just do what I see these fighters are doing with these that shoulder thing. You know, you gotta attack him. You know, more
Yeah,
punches.
yeah, and you were great at angles and going to the side, and yeah, it would have been a problem.
Use
Um,
those use those angles, man.
exactly. Yeah. You. So who would you say was the hardest puncher that you ever faced?
Oh man, Simon Brown. No. Julian Jackson.
Ah,
Yeah, that boy, man, he can hit.
Yeah,
okay.
we interviewed him like a couple months ago. Why did you never rematch him? Why come that never happened?
You know, I don't know why the fight didn't come about, but normally I do rematch. I do rematch, but it just didn't happen. I think another big fight came along, but that should have been one fight that I should have pressed for. And I know a guy beat me. I know he come back and beat him. You know, so but that's the fight I should have came.
Yeah, you were correctly. You were winning every round. So I think
Yeah,
kind of like with some round rematch, you just boxed him and it was easy.
yeah. I think boxing would have killed him. You know, if I had just stuck with it, move around, but I got cocky and we ain't trying to get him. To knock him out, he landed a good shot on me.
Yeah.
But the thing here that Terry Norris in his prime would have walked through Mayweather.
Yeah, I would have. I believe so. I believe it would have.
Yeah, I'll tell you the truth, I believe it as well. I
I,
believe the exceptional hands, exceptional speed. You know, your power was good at 54. I mean, that's a hard division these days.
well,
It,
I think
historically, it's always very tough.
I think Terry was a lot like Roy Jones in terms of speed is power. Your
Yeah,
shots. You know what I mean? Your shots would crumble people, and you got that shoulder snap, and they never saw the punches coming, and you have, I mean, a lot of knockouts, 31 knockouts.
yeah. Hey, I think power comes from putting those combinations together. When you put them together, it's like power. You know.
So
And
where what was your power shot? Your right hand or your left hook? Or
you know,
Oh,
I think my right hand, my left hook. Yeah, my,
it was
you know,
together?
I had a right hand, left hook. I had a good uppercut too.
um,
Yeah.
was there any like world champions, well-known fighters that you sparred with that come to mind that you could tell us about?
Um, um nah,
No,
nah, nah.
moved around with like anybody like that.
Was it? Say again, please.
Never moved around with like Tommy Burns or anything like that.
You know what? No, I never. No. I wish. Tom was one guy that I wish I could not
Wait,
not.
wait, wait, wait. You moved around with me. Beat the crap out of me when I was like 16.
Hey,
I care about that?
you know, man. Hey,
How rude.
hey,
I drove all the way to San Diego to get beat up.
yeah, well, man. I don't remember that fight, man.
But now you know, I remember my whole life.
Hey, no. My brother was in this.
Yeah.
Yeah, your brother.
I'm a couple calls. I called him and asked him about it.
I remember going, dang, because I was big. I was like 75 or something like that, 175, 80. And I was like, when I moved around with Orland, I think it was you first and then him. I was like, oh, hell.
I'm sure it could have been. I'm sure everybody been a problem, man. But my brother, man, he's a good. I learned everything from my brother, man.
You know, he was a great fighter. He was a great fighter. And we'd love to interview him if we could get in contact with him.
Cool. I'll give him your number, man.
I appreciate it. So, is there any, if you could name one fighter in history that you would fight, it doesn't have to be your era, it could be from 100 years ago, who would that be?
Um, no, no, I would like to fight Marvin Hagler.
Ooh,
Yeah, I would
Ooh,
love, I would love to fight Marvin. That's a bad boy. That's another idol. That's a bad boy. I would
that's
love
the
for him. the old guys, I watch tons of tapes. That's all I do is watch tapes. My part is watch tapes. Sugar Ray.
How do you feel like you would have done against Roberto Duran?
Oh man, that boy body shots, man, good. I, you know, I think my boxing would have got Duran too. But you know, if he had caught me with a good shot, he probably would take me out. But if I move, if I box the way I normally box, yeah, it would been a good fight.
You were hard to hit. You weren't easy to hit.
Yeah.
Just one more relic. What about Alexis Arguello?
Well, another bad boy, man.
That,
Yeah,
that dude was technician.
yeah, man. Shoot. I would like to say, I would like to say I would have beat him, you know.
Like, can't say it with too much confidence. Though. Like,
Is there any fighter besides Mugabe who you didn't like going in there?
um, I think the only person, Paul Payton, is the person that I hated. I hated Paul Payton. That's why.
Paul,
That's
friend
why.
of mine. Dang.
Was that man?
Paul Payton's a good friend of mine.
Oh man, that's why I punished Paul Payton. As Paul Payton, why I kicked his ass.
What do you do?
He would tell you.
Okay.
Yeah,
Pretty boy Paul Payton. He fought at like 54, right?
yeah, 54, man. And man, I hated that guy, man. You know, hey. Can I say it on?
No.
Nah. Well,
Come on, let him go.
yeah, I'll tell you later, man. But hey, if you ask him, he'll tell you why.
We'll catch that another story.
Yeah.
When the wife is not overseer.
So, Terry, what do you think about these YouTube guys now fighting, these Jake Pauls and all that? Do you think it's good for the sport, or do you think it's kind of corny?
No, I think it's kind of corny too, man. It's not good for the sport. It's not good for the sport. Getting YouTube fighters come in, you make a lot of money, yeah, but you know he didn't come up to the ratings like normal. It's just unfair. It's unfair how he jumped up to championship, the world titles. I think it's not. I don't think it's good.
Yeah.
I completely agree with you.
I mean, the only good thing about it is it's at least bringing more eyeballs to boxing. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah. It's just bringing eyeballs and a lot more money, but yeah.
But you know, like in boxing, the eyeballs are going to go to certain fighters.
Yeah.
Everybody else still got a job during the week, and they fight on the weekends and do shows. But you know, boxing is a very uneven sport.
Yeah.
All percentage make the money. Everybody else has got a job on the week.
Yeah, man. Yeah. It's you know, I did very well in boxing, thank God. You know, and I'm still healthy. You know, I'm grateful for boxing, but you know, it's totally unfair. So how things are going. All these titles, all these world titles. It's just too many world titles, too many world champions. It's just too much.
So Terry, who would you say was your most like satisfying victory of all the people you beat? What one was?
Um,
If you say Paul Payton, we don't.
No man, you know, Paul Payton probably would be one of the guys that had bad kicked his butt. But I'm Ray Leonard, John Mugabe. You know, every time I lost my world title and came back, all those fights, man.
So on the other side of the coin, what was your most disappointing like loss or fight?
Disappointing. No, no, the first time I lost. That was hurtful. That really broke me down.
And did you were you able to learn from it, bounce back right away? Wow.
Yeah, I learned from it, and we came right back. You know, we came right back, and I had another fight and beat the guy. I mean, but so it kind of felt okay, but I had more fights and kept winning, so I built my confidence back up.
It's weird how these days people look at losses as bad, but like back in the day, Marvin Hagler, a lot of these greats had losses. It doesn't having a couple losses, not, ruin your whole career. It shouldn't be a marker of how fighters' careers are looked at. Having some losses. You agree?
No, I agree. Just because you lose don't mean that you're a bad fighter or something. But because everybody, well, Floyd Mayweather didn't lose, but he didn't fight the quality of, he didn't fight the fighters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think if Floyd,
Boxing is sport, man. Today you're the best in the world. Tomorrow and that's
yeah,
just how it goes. And
yeah,
it has no mercy.
no, they don't, man. They
It
don't.
doesn't.
They
So
don't.
Yeah.
as you go out about your days, what do you got? What are you doing now in LA? You retire. You great life. Had a great boxing career. You and your wife just doing what these days?
Me and my wife, we own a Bison Gym. We own a Bison Gym in Los Angeles, California, called
Jim is in what gym?
it's called it's called World Cardio Boxing.
World Cardio.
A friend of
Down.
mine, friend of mine's wife took some classes with you like 3 or 4 years. She told me about him.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
how'd you like it?
She liked it. Yeah, I mean, she
Uh,
liked it.
So you're of a boxing class? You're doing like a boxing aerobics type class?
well, yeah, it's a boxing workout. It's aerobics here.
That's great. That's great.
Do
It's
you
fun. It's a work, man.
mm, do you still work out, hit the bag?
Yeah, I hit the bags. My boxing class is like full of females. They love it, and so I just I may hit the bag with them, let them see a real fighter hit the bag, but they love it and I love it.
So,
Where is your gym?
My gym is in Los Angeles, California.
I know that, but like got some streets.
What street is on Magnolia, and
Just expanded.
we just expanded to some
Magnolia and Colfax.
Magnolia and Colfax.
I don't know, LA. I'm in
Or
New York.
is that?
Studio City.
It's Studio City.
Yeah, I know you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I come by.
Yeah, a good friend of mine, Teresa knows you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do you know
Oh,
her?
No, I think it's like they worked with. She works with a good friend of mine.
Oh.
And I told her I was having a live, and she told me she knew you.
oh, that's I said hello.
One thing I loved about one of the things I liked about you is that you had some of the coolest '90s hair. Maybe
Oh,
I'm bald now, but you have. You remember
yeah,
you were
yeah,
yeah, but
yeah. Has to have
what?
a little design, yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah. Now it's just ball, man.
yeah. I know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
can't
with you.
grow. It
We all,
won't grow, man.
So you retired relatively young at 31, right?
When I retired,
hmm
yeah.
And what made you? How did you know that it was time to hang up? What happened? Like, what was your thought process?
I didn't want to hang up. Doctor Goodman, she would renew my license.
She wouldn't.
No,
at the time, how many years did you have in the sport?
I fought 10 years here.
Oh, yeah.
So was that really tough for you when that happened?
It was tough because I'm 31. I was just getting into it, you know. I
So
think Dr. Goodman, she saved my life, you know.
I was
Yeah,
about when you look back at it, are you happy that you stopped?
I'm happy. I'm happy she stopped me. Yeah, I am.
Eh, wow.
So that's
I
beautiful,
mean,
beautiful.
yeah,
You,
no.
you had a great career. You've been a wonderful guest for us, and Merry Christmas to you and your wife. And I'm gonna come to him and see.
You got to come closer. Cutting out.
I'm gonna come to you, see your boxing gym. I'm gonna come to you.
All right, come on by, man.
All right, man.
Come back to
Yeah,
your time.
yeah, come, man.
It was
All
great
right.
talking, man. Thank you. Let's do it again.
All right, thank you.
All
All
right.
right.
Good day.
Take
Peace.
care.
All right.